Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank, where the Swindon Town Swoodilypooper supporters continue to raise their scarves aloft despite the fact that we are in 7th. What's happened? A lot of draws. A lot of draws. We need to get a win. We need to get a bunch of wins, and we need to get them all in a row. We are good enough to be winners, and I don't know why we aren't. We have Silva y Silva, Ginger Rampage up front. I'm starting this time John Green and Andy Rooney because I just don't feel like John Green and Leroy Williamson have proved to be the strike partnership that I'm looking for. Look, there's no question that we're hurting without Bald John Green this season, but what can I do? We couldn't afford him. Today I'm going to talk about the casting of the Fault in Our Stars movie. You know who we can afford, Green Eggs and Fotheringham. He's been off and on about whether he wants to stay with the Swoodilypoopers, but he has signed a contract, so he has no choice. Am I willing to hold him hostage? In a word, yes. This is being recorded in the past because of my paternity leave. So it may be that more casting has been announced between now and the future. I know some casting possibilities. The interesting thing, I will tell you, is that until... Oh, it's got to be, and it isn't. Until... What? What happened? So is someone getting a yellow card for being not... D-mother flippin' Fox! It's nice to see him getting work, albeit not with Swindon Town. Oh, yeah, that was a yellow card. Who is this referee? So here's an interesting fact about like movie casting in Hollywood. You would think like that these things are decided for months before you find out about them, but in fact they are decided for like an hour. As an example, I saw Ansel Elgort, the man who's been cast as Augustus Waters. I saw his audition maybe 3 days before the casting decision was made, and then I you know, like there were a bunch of calls with various people at the studio and the producers and the director and stuff, and everybody talking about how much they liked Ansel and yada yada yada, and so that happened. Those calls happened, and then the decision, like the final decision that it was going to be Ansel. That we were going, you know, was made, and then within an hour, I was at the gym when I got the call saying like, okay, we're gonna do it, and I was like, yay, I love him so much, I'm so happy, yay! I was at the gym, I finished my workout, and it was on. Oh, who is it? It's Bostock! He still doesn't have a song. I can't even know. I don't know what to sing. Are you messy? Are you messy? Are you messy in disguise? Bostock. How'd he get to be so fast and talented? He scores when he wants. That's another song. That's what I should have sung. I should have sung the scores. Hopefully he'll score again so I can sing that. So, like, yeah, it just happens so fast after the actual decision is made because otherwise it will leak. But yeah, he's offside! That man was offside! Oh, he was offside! Why do I score an early goal, Meredith, and then I give up a goal, and life is full of disappointments. He was clearly unambiguously offside! I was trying to play the offside. I hate this game. So, yeah, so as I record this, Ansel Elgort has been cast as Augustus, and he's really great. I mean, none of his movie work has actually come out yet, so nobody can really have an opinion on him, I guess. But having seen his audition, like, it's just really... Oh, it's in! Oh, he's big, he's tough, he has a brilliant puff. Other John Green. I think Andy Rooney has been good for this strike team, even though he hasn't gotten many touches, because I think he's just attracting the right kind of attention. So, this is good. This is what I wanted. All right, 2-1 ahead. We can go more ahead. This is it. This is when we come out of the doldrums, our mid-season doldrums. He's really great. So he's been cast as Augustus, and the brilliant Shailene Woodley has been cast as Hazel. I can't say enough about both of them, and I can't say enough about them together. Like, together I mean, everybody who saw their audition was just like, wow, they are something else together. There's a great line in I keep saying this to people who ask me about it. Oh God, Green Eggs and Fotheringham. There's a great line in a Philip Roth novel, The Human Stain, where a woman says to a man, the pleasure isn't in owning a person, the pleasure is in having a contender in the room with you. And that's very much how I feel about Shailene and Ansel together. Like, they're contenders in the room with each other, and it's really, really cool. So I have great hopes for that. That the Ultimate Strike partnership, Hazel and Augustus, I think are going to be great. I was onside. You are a liar. Sorry. You're a filthy, dirty liar. You put that off screen because we both know it was dishonest. There may be more casting by then. Like, I know some, like, casting rumors, but I don't know anything confirmed. So I'm not lying to you when I say, like, I really don't. Oh, that was going to be great, but instead it's not. I really don't know anything other than what you know. Although future probably knows more than present me. But I hope that I hope that the cast comes together really well, and that it's everybody's happy, and that it's most importantly that it's people who are committed to the project. The great thing about both Ansel and Shailene is that they really, really love the book. Like, I think. I got an email from Shailene before any of this even started about how much she loved the book, and I know Ansel considers it one of his favorite books. So it's really special that, like, oh, get in the goal! Oh, do the robot! I got to think of another song for John Green because he scores so much. He deserves 2 songs. He scores when he wants. He scores when he wants. Other John Green, he scores when he wants. I should just call him our remaining John Green since he's not really other John Green anymore. 3-1 against Southampton. This is what we needed. This is Swoodilypooper football. Let's have a great second half, boys. So I think, so I feel good about it. The process of being involved for this process is something I really did not expect, and even when even when they said, like, you're going to be involved in every stage of the process, I was like, yeah, right, Hollywood lies. But in fact, I have been, and, like, I've been really, they've been really, really nice to make me to take my voice seriously in all of this, even though I know I don't know anything about movies. But I hope that it continues to be people who are really passionate about the book and really care about it. I guess the big outstanding roles are for Hazel's parents, Peter Van Houten. Peter Van Houten. There will be an interesting casting moment. I like the idea. I don't really know. I don't know exactly where you were going with that, but that was the best build-up play we've had all season. So it was a terrible finish, but the build-up play, which I think involved 3 episodes of the Y button, was really, really attractive. I'm starting to feel like this movie is gonna happen, and I really am hopeful that it's gonna be good. It's tremendous pressure on everybody. I think everybody feels that because they know that there are a lot of people who really love the book and care about it, and will feel. I think will feel if they feel like the movie doesn't reflect the spirit of the book, that those people will feel very kind of hurt, for lack of a better word, and I still believe that nothing affects the text of a novel, and, like, the book doesn't change whether the movie's great or if it's terrible. But I know how important the movie is, and if it's going to be made, and it looks like it's going to be made, I want it to be as good as it can possibly be. And I really feel like the people who are around it are the right people. Like, I think the director, Josh Boone, really understands this kind of story. I think he understands smart teenagers really well. I think once everybody sees his movie Stuck in Love, which I guess is out now, now as you're watching, not as I'm talking about this. So you may have already seen his movie Stuck in Love. Man, the future is magnificent. Meredith, what if something terrible has happened and, like, I don't know, like Macedonia has been destroyed or something, and the whole world is different, and I'm sitting here talking about everything from the past as if it was all hunky-dory, and they're like, John, how could you not be addressing the destruction of Macedonia? But I don't know about it. Now it's getting, well, I picked Macedonia because I think they're in good shape right now, but you never know. It could be Macedonia. I'm taking. I'm gonna put in Jerry Cokie. He's been cranky about his playing time, which fair enough. He hasn't had any because Merrick and Bostock have both been absolutely fantastic. Um, I think we're just going to leave everybody else in. It's hard right now. It's interesting because as bad as the Swoodilypoopers are playing, there's a lot of people who feel like they're not getting enough playing time, and I'm like, well, I mean, if we were winning more, we would be rotating. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know about managing a soccer team? So I. The other thing to remember though is that casting is only like one small part of a movie, and that the way we sort of like what happens when we imagine, person X as Isaac or person Y as Peter Van Houten is not necessarily what they're going to look like or act like. I mean, I think back to when Nicole Kidman was Virginia Woolf in The Hours, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But, then she looked and talked exactly like I imagined Virginia Woolf, and she became Virginia Woolf to me. The Liberace HBO movie, Michael Douglas as Liberace? Are you kidding me? Now, the vast majority of people watching the Swoodilypoopers do not know who either Michael Douglas or Liberace is. However, I assure you that was a very strange casting choice. Oh, it had to be, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I believe I've been fouled, and so there's been an injustice, but the world, as usual, fails to bend to my will. Oh, I will say Andy Rooney has had a bit of a tough game just in terms of holding on to possession. That was a great tackle from someone, although it was for nothing in the end. So, like, my general feeling when oh no, anything but this! Oh, it worked out perfectly. My general feeling when it comes to all of this stuff is that you kind of have to wait and see. You want to be able to draw conclusions immediately. But unless and until they make a movie and you can judge the movie on its merits, it's hard to say, oh no. It's hard to say X or Y. It's hard to say this is good casting or bad casting because, even if you have, as I have, like even if you have seen the, even if you have seen some of the auditions or whatever, people aren't always the same in auditions that they are on set, and I don't know. I mean, and also like. We all need to accept the fact that we don't know. Oh, he does score occasionally, but no. We all need to accept the fact that we don't, we don't know if a movie's good or not until we see the movie. Thank you for watching. Finally, we are back in the win column. We are saluting our supporters because they stuck with us through our time of trial. Hopefully, we're back up to 6th now, and hopefully we can make a run. Oh, I love to see my opponent squat in shame. Best wishes.